absolutely. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, oh yes, it's already started. Oh yes, it's starting, isn't it? Okay, gotcha, gotcha. This is good to hear. So good to hear. So, well, let's just take a look and see, energetically, um, I felt that it would, well, this one's felt that it would be a breeze, but I know that it's going to become more. It's just, it's like getting allowing you to get used to it. I get a feel for them and things like that. So, but I know it's going to pick up for sure. So let's because I know you said I want the challenges, but in a good challenges, healthy for healthy purposes, and you're gonna win big with those challenges. I mean, like you said, I don't want to be bored. I'm a multitasker and I'm a busybody. Okay, so what I can see is definitely this is definitely advanced. At least you're on the fast lane, like you're in the fast position. So I would say things picking up quickly, or taking off for you. I should say things are meant to take off for you quickly. So I definitely agree. Oh wow, I agree. There's a vibration, but it came from the family. I agree. Meaning, yes, we're going to take off very quickly together. They definitely. Oh, they have very strong energy, dominant. Like they're telling me like, oh yeah, we like her a lot. She's with us. She's one of us. She's with us. They already like you, and this is coming from the very in the empathic realm, which I refer to as the feelings. In other words, okay, and this is also where people, where they suppress, and it's right. It's very challenging to read because it's so subtle. Okay, but it's very their energy. But some people, it's like it's yelling, like it's like a very strong vibration, and of course it vibrates words, and these are a few of the phrases that are said. Um, okay, they so it's kind of like in reverse for them. They said on and off again would not apply to it works on and off again. It's more like on and off again it gets rocky. And like from time to time, but the beauty is that they know you have the wherewithal, the mind power, to solve life's riddles, puzzles, and as can they, you're not alone. So they're very they seem very like optimistic, and like pessimism is kind of like it's just not a requirement. It's almost like it would be a tool for them because if they're a pessimist, that means they just it's just their approach. I do believe that they're rational realists. I do believe that, but I also believe that they pretty much can make things work. Things that for if they something that they want, they kind of shape it into. It's not like having to wait. So I think that passive. Oh gosh, he says the vibration. Another one says, like from the grandmother, like you're not wrong. So definitely that is a true. Okay, so then, oh yes, they. Okay, so you know how. Okay, so they like you as we stated, but also it's like they like you so much, but they don't express to the fullness that they really do like that you joined them, that you're part of the team now. They said on paper they'll show it. It's gonna be shown on paper, which means on paper means money. On paper means privileges, and very like nice, like glowing reports. Like recommendations. Mm-hmm. So far as you could tell, you're like, oh well, on paper they must like are balancing the traditional checkbook in my brain. Oh well, they must really like me. That's the vibe that I gather from you. They also said that it was like meant to be. They do feel as though you were heaven sent, and I know the reading talked about that a lot. It's like your paths were meant to cross, sort of thing. Our paths crossed, And they said that they felt kind of blocked in or like nowhere to turn. They said, okay, so this is before they meet you. This is before they no, this is before they met you, because they said that this is about feeling blocked in, and the guys said that they felt that they worried that it was going to be very toxic, like people trying to get close to them, but not really with like promises that can't be fulfilled. Like they simply just can't do the task. And so they even out what they call outreach. They did an outreach. So they reached out to people unconventionally. And okay, so then they found you who could meet their expectations. They said, well, maybe somebody, if we outsource, maybe they can reach our expectations. And they, of course, you don't want to say God led or universe led them to you, and that's what makes them happy. I mean, that's from there they're happy. So that must be mean why they felt that, or like on the optimism, that you're like otherwise they would actually be, I guess, pulling to their old pool of people, like they like maybe people that they've worked with in the past, but they wanted to win. So you are a bit of a prize, like you're like a reward, for them not giving up, more or less. That's how they would might view you. So there's like, okay, so as a power, like from their brain, what do they think of you then? So we're going to switch over to what they think of you. They said that they think of you from their highest ability to make decisions. They said it was off to that's like nice and slow and steady, but it's everything like expecting. We're expecting, so they've already mapped out a future. um, they said that anything that would be considered chaos, they said that they're willing to face it. And they say understand life happens. They don't things always don't work out. Things like that. But they also said they're not worried because they do trust you. So if they're going to experience some hiccups or some setbacks, sometimes, they said it's better to have someone who can fulfill what they say that they can do. Which that is definitely that's you to them. What they think, how they think of you. Yeah. Right. Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Right. Yes. Yes. She thinks you're fantastic, and what they meant by wanted you to relax, like you already have the job. They already like you. They've already fallen in love with you. They already said she's part of she's going with us. Where we go, she goes. That she meaning she wants you to be on the ready, but also at the same time you know, she's like, we're gonna be great friends. We're gonna be family, right? You didn't like not like on the edge, as in what do you need me to do? I'm always constantly worrying and working on that. I'm walking on eggshells. She's like, no, 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 all wrong, all wrong. Like we've got to get along really well. So that means we have to we got to put you on kind of on par with us. Like we're safe, you're safe. You know, we're nourished, you're nourished. We're having a great time, you're having a great time. Yes. Okay. Okay. I get the sense that they are helping you to see how what type of relationship that you're going to experience. I get that strong sense, but the only way you could see that is to actually. I mean, people could talk about it, but what does that? What does that even mean? Good relationships. What it could be the worst for you. So it's like, but you had to experience. You had to like be there to really feel welcomed. So this like if it were to help you feel more welcome, it's like mission accomplished. If you felt more welcome, mission accomplished. Yes. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course. I'm here for you. Yes, absolutely. No, it was from their side. It was from from their energy within themselves. They wanted you to feel welcome. If you felt welcome and you helped them to show like feel that you do receive their energy, their peaceful energy, and that you do feel embraced, mission accomplished. If you felt the statement that the spirits of course are stating, if you felt welcome, but you also were if you help them to feel that you do embrace and that you feel accepted, okay, there you go. Then mission accomplished. But their goal was to see for you. Their goal was to see if you felt it. Because in order to receive peace, in order to give peace, you have to also have the ability to receive it. You can't guarantee peace to anybody if you can't yourself receive it. You got to receive it, and then you can what we call share it. It's meant to be shared. You share peace together. I sure am. Yes, I will be here. Okay, I get you. All right, we'll do. I'm so happy you had a lovely day. Stop trying to make up words. No, like people think, can we? I like people always want to co-write. Shh! I don't need you to co-author. I didn't ask. No, it's what I. It's what. First of all, I'm telling you something specifically that Spirit said. We don't need to rewrite what Spirit said. Then you go off and you're thinking, oh, I'm writing a Bible next. No, you're not. You're not writing a Bible. You're regurgitating what Aristotle said and giving it back to me because I'm the one that's going to buy it. I'm the one that's going to read it. Okay. One second. Let's turn some lights on. Okay, but this is yeah. Clearly, they're having a great day. They're learning so much. Um. So also, what was amazing is we were, whoops, we were reading, and our reading of the Bible and with prophecy unmatched. People can read it, and I mean they can read it for knowledge sake, but match psychic predictions with it, and to interpret the prophecies unmatched. Isn't I know I'm unmatched. I know, and they came, but I said, well, I'm able to match predictions with scripture. It took me, I was here. It took us. Well, the stream is 7 hours, but it took when we started. It took over 2 hours, and I thought that I would be able to do it faster. No, because I have to explain the whole situation. So I did it once for TikTok. I did it another time for YouTube. So yes, I match my psychic prophecy or psychic prophetic prophecy matching my the predictions. I'm a psychic matching the predictions with the scriptures perfectly. I also did this before the events, and then the day after they happen. That's also how my psychic predictions work. And then I shared it with you all on YouTube, and it's talked about this what happened yesterday, and here are the scriptures. And that was, of course, that was book of I'm a psychic, remember, book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and 43. Yeah, unmatched, unmatched. So, I felt I mean, people were trying to orbit, but they couldn't reach. They couldn't reach. You know where they fell off. Okay, because they're like, okay, people can make visions. People have visions and things, but the scripture, they fell off at the scriptures because in sync with scriptures, psychic, prophetic prophecy. Yeah, in sync. No one was able to excel beyond the clouds. They couldn't break stratosphere. We can break stratosphere because we have the trifecta, and we also have the three mother letters. So, and we have the triangle, the Trinity. Mm-hmm. So I've been sitting here and I'm saying, so what do we do now? So we're dealing with the one mind or the ultimate mind. We're reading from the ultimate mind right now. And, answering a few psychic calls, not breaking our trend. Interesting. She's like, you need to take a break. I'm here bright and early. I was like, you gonna be here tomorrow? Like, yeah, I'm gonna make this. She's like, we're gonna make this a daily thing, aren't we? Oh boy. Oh, by the way, I just the other day I just come to the realization I have to create like was it like little less than 500 videos. Turns out I need 1,000 videos, and I already so I computed in my brain if I'm producing no matter how long I stay on, I'm gonna stay on for an hour plus. I don't know if that's the wisest thing to do, considering I need quantity of video. I do like the hour videos, but I okay. So I only have. By the way, I just broke 100 videos. So let me see. I think I have like 120. Let me see. I don't have very many. It's like a little over 100. Let me see. Only have 123 videos, and so I need first of all I need 500. The first 100 is like that. As they said, you're able to do wonderful thumbnails. By the way, I'm studying meticulously how my channel rises to into I guess the public viewing, and then I want to tell you all how I did it, so that when people ask, I'm just going to just tell you, okay? Um, so I'm studying this not only for I'm studying it for myself, yes, but I mean I know because I want to expand my ability to share information about the psychic world, but also I'm doing this for people who I meet who have said I want to start a channel. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. With I mean, because you already know the mathematics stuff, but like physically, what do you do? What can you do? I know one thing. No, no, no. Okay, I don't want to explain to people. Well, keep making content. You really gotta love it. Love what you do and just make great content. No, don't give me an anxiety attack. No, you need to make 100 videos. Period. Because that's you getting used to creating, and then you need to go upwards to 500 videos. So you need 400 more just to break even. Then you need 500 more to reach 1,000, and then you're averaging what other creators are doing. That's what I learned. And I only have 123 videos. So so whatever is like I guess countering a person that says I don't want to make a video today, you gotta break that and slap it in the face. You need to make 4 videos, because remember, if you make one video a day and you need 500, that's over a year. Now imagine if you need 1,000. Now that's great if you're in a position in your life where you say, well, 3 to 5 years. But my like if you okay, so if you actually have, all right, well, I put in 3 to 5 years, I need a break. Well, you might have to like at least do. I calculated that if you do 3 videos a day, hence maybe I can't spend 7 hours in one stream. I have to like break it up. I can stay now 7 hours is great, because that means, I mean, think about it. If I only stayed in an hour, wow, that's 7 videos. So I could think of it like that. Um, yeah. Yeah. Then I can say, well, first of all, you gotta like it. You gotta like really like going, whether uploading or going live, because you need content to be a content creator. Hence the terminology. I learned. And by the way, that little phrase I just said, yeah, I just learned that sitting right here, you know, on the crack of my seat. I just learned that. I just that right out of my armpit. Be a content creator, you really have to love making content, hence the terminology. Oh boy. But anyway, so yeah. I was told by spirit that, so okay, this is mid June. I was I'm supposed to pay really close attention because something's also supposed to happen to the channel around this time as I'm moving towards July. At the time I had this vision, I wasn't doing much. I was just, but first of all, people are people are starting to watch and they have high retention rates. So that goes yeah, that goes to say something. Which that's what I wanted. I wanted high retention rates. I care about that. Like I get um, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, upwards. Well, this recent one had 9 minutes. About 30, but 30 people. But upwards to 20 to 30 minutes. People hanging out for like half an hour, and then having to move, push on, because I'm how long? How okay? I was here. Yeah, I did a 7 hour stream, and how that happened was I did a reading, and it lasted half the time. So I did two readings that lasted over 3 hours, and then I was worried about going live for the next few hours because I was thinking, yeah, the moment that I started talking about this, because I started talking about scripture, if I say the book of Isaiah 14, scripture 15, that phone will ring. I'm telling you, if this was in real time, as actually talking about the scripture, that phone would ring right when I got to the good part. And I said, no, 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 no. You're not going to do this to me. I'll start hyperventilating because I say, see, did it. I told you. So I said, I'm going to wait until the end of the day, unplug, and then I would just do it straight, straight through. So that's what I did. So yeah, there was a little bit of in between, and I had to like fill in the dead air because I didn't want to. I didn't want to like have to stop and start again. Had I known what I know right now, that how many videos I needed, yeah, I definitely probably could have talked myself into saying, well, I'll just have to create another thumbnail for this. But I had already created a thumbnail that said what the stream was about, and I was intending to come in, for like an hour or two, but yeah, the universe had other plans. I'm glad it happened that way. So it's buried. So what the stream's about is buried a bit, but at the same time, you all got to see the psychic stuff, which that means a lot to me as well. I don't want to get too distracted or too off the path, off the path, off the path of a psychic. I don't want to get too far off the path. So no, you have not won me over. I'm not a band. I'm not one of those who are abandoning my tarot cards. I'm not doing that. I'm not abandoning my gifts. That's very dangerous. I did that, and you know what? The people who, you know, wear their crosses backwards, yeah, they start in. They start in on me. So like, you know, um, animals in the wild, have very sharp claws and sharp teeth, and also muscle. You, you know, God gave them that for a reason. So I'm not gonna de-psychic myself, which is like I'm not gonna declaw myself, defang myself, and be a pretty little oddity at the zoo. I'm not gonna do that, or in the aquarium, because I'm a serpent. No, no, no. Mm-mm. You'll have to like step up. You already know, because I'm already pushing the line. You have to like step up directly to me now. I've already said, look, I've got 5 stars all across my board. Don't come messing with me. I'm highest tier. I'm at the high tier, highest tier, um, in my generation. So yeah, and I already made it very clear. No, don't you cannot pin with me. You cannot be behind the doors. Because I write for myself. By the way, yeah. This time you have to like come to where I'm at, and we have to go to the reservoir, and we got to fight it out. We're gonna have to fight it out. You have to fight me in the parking lot. You no, no, no. They like, so you want to do what? You want to take psychics Ethan's job? You want to take his done us? Okay. He said you have to fight him. Well, who am I? I run this. I'm the manager. I want him there. He's great. He makes us a lot of money. I got those kind of people. Not like, yeah, this definitely is not 20, you know, 16 and 2019. Mm. Like, I don't care if you want him doing. Mary, I don't care. We said he can't. Because that's what his contract said. He knows that's termination. You cannot. So, like, yeah. It's like, okay, we're gonna listen to the recording. If he helps you, if this sounds anything other than rude, cussing, we gonna if we refund your money, you're not calling back. You're not using our services no more. Okay. In fact, my one from UK already notified me and said somebody keeps calling in, but they can't. Who's they're not able to bill them. They said for me to reject their call. So yeah, they already yeah yeah. The companies that I'm associated with now. I have 5 stars all across all the board, including the U.S. and the in Europe, which is then the world at the top companies, and um, yeah, they act like a family. They act like a family, and they don't like they don't hover. They don't hover. Like I get to, I'm pretty sure. Well, they monitor. So let's get that clear. But I know all. I know I'm advanced, so I know all the do's and the don'ts, and I know why. It's just not safe. I mean, there's business reasons, but I don't have it like that. People don't like. Although people have found me and they wanted to work with me, but like like masses of clients from this section isn't gonna like come flood me and as they say, taking businesses or taking business away from the business other clients. They did the work to market to them, etc. And now they're losing. No, nothing like that. That would not happen with me. Not that, not that kind of thing. So it's more. In fact, it's not so much that would happen. For me, it would just be a dangerous situation because I've experienced it in the past where people started. I dealt with a lot of like in-house bully from non-spiritual people in spiritual spaces and gang stalking, and then that combination of the two is toxic. Of course, I prevailed and I won, and I got it. I got double portion. Yep, I got the double portion. I got um, what do you call it? Judeo Christian. I got Judeo Christian. I got a double portion. A double blessing, if you will. And yeah, so while I'm at such great heights, I need to broaden my range here on YouTube. Uh, I'm sharing on also doing lives like these on TikTok, and I like to take pictures of the kind of like a thumbnail or something like this, like an action sort of photo, and post it on the internet, and I've got my 5 stars. That's 5 stars. You know that I occasionally I also include. Um, I forgot to get one of those. I need to get a new what they call it, feedback. I like to post share the feedback. I could do that right now. I'm ready for the next feedback. One moment. I need to do that. Come and think of it. But I'm still here. All right. Okay, let's go grab another one. It says, trusted and it says, is a one of, yes, my profile, one of Sally Morgan's trusted and talented readers. Yep, I sure am. Let's grab. No, there's not that one. I think it's this one. All right. Oops. All right. Hold on. Um, it says, I already had that one. It says, is a good mind ease spot on. Okay. Okay, I did that one. Oh, this is a big one. I spoke with speaking a beautiful angel. Excellent. Okay, I did that one. A gentle soul. Thank you. It's either that one or okay. Let's see. I read with many people. Yeah, I want that one. That one looks juicy. Okay, I've got it. I know which one I want. I know which one I want. All right. Okay. So now, okay, snapshot. Okay, here we go. Yum. Uh, whoa. Wait, hold on. What's going on here, Mike? Okay. All right. So go like that. This looks so funny. I don't know where they. Mm, something like that. Something like that. Okay. All right. I got what I came for. Okay, so should be ready now. I'm trying to take these feedbacks a little bit more serious. I also need to do something with something nice for my American people. All right. Oh, yeah, that is nice. And put that there. There we go. All right, now. All right, that's the new one. So I have 5 stars. All right, and let me read it for the first time. Compassionate. I am. I've read with many people, but he just understands me and knows what I'm thinking better than the rest. He's caring, compassionate, and very thorough about everything. Yes, that's my thing. I love details and I like going into depth. So people can't say that's so vague. No, you can't say that because it that means the question was vague. That means the conversation's vague. It's like that's why it's like go go into it thoroughly so that we don't have that issue, and then you'll know exactly what spirits. Then if you just don't want to accept spirit, you know, you can, I would say you can be very straightforward with that. Look, I'm just not ready. Fine, that's great. We can move on from that conversation entirely because it will save us both trouble. Because I won't upset you, and then I don't have to, I submit to spirit. I don't submit to, people, and they have their own thoughts. They want to do it their way. I'm like, you can have it. Donald here. Okay. A pleasure answering your questions today. I'm Donald. And where would you like to begin? Okay. Uh, do you have a special area of life? Life is so general and it's a bit big. Got it. I can go from there. Right. I can go from there. And if you have any special interests or questions, please ask. So, what I could see is this: the spiritual world illustrates that you are. Um, this is a time about having something a little bit more real for you. It has to be real to you, something tangible, because sometimes I get the strong sense that um, you kind of like in a space, like you're in between spaces, and I sense that you kind of hope a lot. Like you hope, like I hope it works out. I hope everything will be fine. I hope they call me when I get there. It's like you now you're saying, I want something that I can hold in my hand, something tangible, and you're manifesting that. You're calling it to you from afar. Is what I can see. And by the way, you definitely are doing this for others. So it's like you're helping others to manifest their visions and their dream. So I saw that you're going to do that now. You're ready to do that for yourself. This is very transitional. What I'm picking up on. Oh wow. They said that you're allowing yourself to put yourself first. Like in the beginning, it's like getting involved with someone. You said, well, in the beginning, that's what I wanted. At least that's what I wanted in the beginning, but not now. Now I want something more for myself, which has a lot to do with, sometimes it's not about companionship. Sometimes it's about I want to be satisfied inwardly, like to know that I have like I received this house upcoming. You receive a house, and you're saying I got a home. I got the possession that I wanted. So that is going to be like maybe the prize. That's what you're going to obtain. But let's go into the now that you have an understanding emotionally, like why you need to make these next few steps forward. I sense that you're beyond the crossroad. You already did a crossroads. The crossroads that needed to happen, you've crossed the road already. So you're already on the journey. And now it's just a matter of how to make that house manifest, how to make it happen. Is what I can see. Well, we're going to get to that too. I'll add that into the questions. So what I can see is this. They also said that there is definitely something better. They said that you're embracing the wisdom. I think it's the wisdom of having connected with so many other people and seeing how you helped them, and now you figured out the method how you're going to do this again. Repeat this, but for self. They said that it has taken a bit patience, but and I believe that this move is going to happen more like real estate. There it is, July. So it's how okay. So this is 4, 5, 8. Okay, so it's path number 8, and so it's like the July month, July, and the astrological sign for Cancer. They said that your only thing your fears are if it's reliable, if it's a reliable thing. But your spirit is unrest if you don't try. It's like I've got to try. The moment you try, you realize, oh, it's definitely real. I can do this. I can pull this off. And as for the business, well, first of all, the family's as well. I know you had a question about family. Family as well. You made sure that family were good. By the way, that's what you do. But now you're placing yourself. Now you're gonna do something for yourself, something nice for you, upcoming. But I believe it's something around this home, real estate. And do you go into something in the realm of healing? The spiritual world says you needed a place to channel or to focus in, to focus like a studio. I do believe that you're getting ready to, but you said that you wanted to create a space to start to produce or to create healing for yourself first and then share it with others. So I also saw that. Like for healing, also seems very personal first, and then doing it for practicing with others next is what I saw. So I want to. So going back to to the original reading when they're illustrating that because they give us a time frame, so we say that they said that the favorite time to begin the journey towards working with real estate or working with a house that the new home for yourself, that's going to be in the month of July in the astrological sign for Cancer. And what this will do, by the way, it's meant to balance out, the fears or the anxiousness and the worry of whether or not you can manifest for yourself, like you've seen yourself manifest with others. So you know, try to connect with the idea that if anybody is reliable, it's you, it's yourself. You're reliable when it comes to others. You can also be relied upon when it comes to you, to yourself. Okay. So please look for that over the next, I would say, 3 weeks. This next journey towards the house. I mean, well, let's see. The guides say that if you never get started on it, um, then you might not ever really will see it. It's like you would have to like start the plan to go in that direction. You would need to start to map out, like the way that you're going to create that journey. Have you have you started planning like putting this on paper, down on paper? Like maybe thinking about the itinerary, like have you I mean you may have visited, I'm sure, but has it been such a long time since you visited, these kinds of thoughts. Like they just said that you really would want to begin manifesting, like putting your energy, um like your physical, like make a like physically, visiting or already mapping out how you would get there, that kind of thing. because sometimes I get like in this space, it seems like you can get become so I guess anxious whether or not if it would happen or not, or if it would come true or not, or if people who says, well, we're going to help you, we're going to go there with you, and then they back out. They said we had to create this for. Mhm. You have to create this for yourself, and if you without creating it for yourself, it's going to be so challenging. I just want to make sure that you go into your life, so you move on from this life. Okay. All right. Good luck. There you go. Now you know how. Oh boy. So I have to make sure that they understand. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to really hold people in position because they'll try to. They can be a little dodgy, like that. It's like if you have young ones, right, and their eyes, like doing this, because people are very sensitive. They could tell when they're being read. They can be tell. They can tell when they're being felt out. And okay, so I've accepted it. Like people know. Okay, so I do this. Yes, I did check you. I like look, making sure. Like, yeah. And they're like, I'm like, yeah. You're up to no good. That's why you caught it. Then I hunt you. Then I hunt you down, and then you're like a kid, in a corner. I'm like, it's okay. What did you need? Don't think you're gonna get away with anything. I do that like tall guy like tall men are like shocked when I do that to them, like tall very tall men, because I guess they're like, and I'm like like I size them up. They're like, whoa, I'm not used to being sized up, but like I sure am sizing you up. You want to go to the moon? Are you on your way there? I can give you a lift, literally. I'm not kidding. So, anyways, but yeah, it's crazy when your hunches are correct. Yeah, it was very good energy. Very good energy today. Very nice people who I'm reading for. Want to make sure that you know people continue to grow. Wow, it's already 11. Nice. It's already 11, 14. Okay. Um. Oh, by the way, I don't think that like okay. So in your channel, I think you can talk about anything you want. However, you also have to consider this. If you have if all of your like, so what the problem is, people, what I could tell, like what happens about niches. I mean, of course, you could start another channel, blah blah blah. That's cool, but in one. Or we talk about like one singular channel. Like, oh, don't change up your niche. It could, you know, like mess you up. Well, I think what it is more so is that if you have 500 videos or 1,000 videos dedicated to, then it becomes a niche. And what one is doing is starting another niche, and it's going to take the 100 videos, the 500 videos, the 1,000 videos to niche that one. So, but you can do that with a separate channel and keep it all nice and neat. But I think that's when people say, "Oh yeah, that threw me off," because, of course, if you know those numbers, that fresh niche does definitely would affect numbers, right? When it becomes a number game, sure. Like, and I know one thing: averages really hurt your channel. I was in here and I said, "Don't come in here hurting my average." You definitely see those numbers, like when it comes time for you to notice them. Let's see. Let's see what's going. Here we are. What? Okay. I'm trying to quickly get shuffled over here. So I have fresh energy. And yeah, sometimes people are, yeah, my clients, trying to redefine or contribute. Yeah, that doesn't work. We didn't. I wouldn't rely on other people's like input because that's not what got us the predictions. That's not what how we're able to determine the date to the date. It's the 17th. I said they would be working together, and I said that they would be reaching out on Monday. They did. Um, they were like, before all this, the next day, before this day, I'm like, that's not what Spirit said. That's not what I said. Spirit said it first, then I said it, gave it to you, and you have other ideas, you have other plans. No, not the way this works. So the most challenging readings is when somebody is trying to understand how you get your answers, and you don't have a real. I mean, like a what do you call it? The way that you could write it out on paper, like like a college paper, and explain the process. It just I can explain what I experience, from the point of view of experience, but can't really write down like an equation how it works. I just I have ideas about how it worked, but that would be rested in theory. So I can, yeah, I can theorize with the best of them, and I have like real data to prove that. Okay. All right, nice and shuffle. I'm not sure about these. Well, first of all, let's see what they have to say today. Let's see. Um, I have a feeling I need to really begin, but I just don't want people to like go like watch like go into a rabbit hole into my lives and then have all these little random things like that I'm talking about, not like even tarot. Like I don't want to do like a one card tarot reading, because I have like I definitely I have like 500, like over 500 cards here, definitely for sure. If I wanted to do that, like okay, this video is about just to get my to clear my moving towards a thousand videos. I think I should come up with something a little bit more clever than that because it's like, ooh, that's all you can do. I have to make it a little bit more enticing than that. Hmm. I'm at the brainstorm. Let me think about it. I'm at to think. Let me go ahead and okay. Yes. I'm setting a new goal. What can I talk about? Worthy of 500 videos. Hmm. Also, I need to write. What else? By the way, yeah, I got a crazy evening. This is the evening that I spend. How long? From 6 to 12. Yeah, that's a long. That's a long time. Like 6 hours. So I definitely am going to go live. Maybe I could do little videos throughout the 6 hours. It's just like do as many as. Yeah, That's a good one. Um, do lives, short video, shorter, not short, shorter live to this evening while I work. Okay. Oh, let me put the date. Be very clear in my intentions. what I'm going to talk about yet. Now, okay, now I can write. What are we going to talk about? Hopefully, I don't come in here one card at a time. What are, or if I do, at least it has substance. It would have to be like, there. Whoops. Okay. So, so I'm definitely going live again at 6 this evening. And then I can, well, let's just focus on this evening. Because this evening definitely kind of has some busyness. Oh, well, I guess it'll kind of be like me setting up my office. That's what it could be about. That's the theme. Got it. So, because then it covers everything. So I'll call it setting up my office, my psychic office space, that psychic reading office space. Got it. That's the okay. Then allow it to cover anything. There. That's the theme. All right, we're ready now. We're rocking and rolling. Oh yeah, by the way, I have full circle. I have my power to um, to brainstorm again. Brainstorm creative ideas. That's a one of my from my school years. I'm gonna claim name that and claim that. So that means I've healed something in me. uh, there we go. So how long have we been on? Been on for an hour, but we have 22 minutes. Y'all are kind of making me out to be a vampire. I'm telling you. Like, in fact, I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm taking my 22 minutes and getting out of here. Actually, it might go up. It may go. Actually, might go up if I. Maybe I should stick around. Okay. Since I've already put in an hour, if it goes down, I'm getting out of here. Okay. So um, I like time better. So let me write that. Time over like manifestation. Okay, fine. You're gonna stay right there. Okay. Okay. So so far as I okay. So video time. Obviously, you need views. I'm calculating right now what matters to me. I know it's different. I heard it's different for everyone. Okay, so what matters to me most? What matters is um, video quantity and time. Donald here. A pleasure. Welcome. Donald here. You're here for a psychic reading, right? Oh, cool. And so, what would you like to know? Where should we start today? Oh no. Okay. Well, let's take a look and open these doors already. So that's where I come in. So what I could see is this. The guides here are illustrating that this is a test. The guides here also representing that in the mirror. It's like looking into the mirror. It's kind of like you're like the test of the self. Like they say, sometimes, we are testing our to see what's going to happen, what's going to like, am I in the right space? Am I making the right decisions? These kinds of things, especially, do I have the right to make this decision? My guides are letting us know that, yeah, you're definitely also testing the strength of your decision, what's happening to you. Like you said, I'm going through it. You're testing. You said I'm experiencing. I'm the recipient. Well, whatever it is that you're receiving, where it's coming from, you're testing the strength of it. My guy says that this is causing you to travel, or so of sorts. It may be just a like a small commute, but it seems also to be very like mental, very conscientious type of situation where you're dealing with an attachment situation. There's something that you're attached by default, and you have to make things change. It has to be directly affected. They say you can, and they say you will. Because it's equivalent to challenges. Yes, small challenges make a big deal. Like a little stone, and you're going running downhill ride, and a little stone. Yeah, you know the business. That's yes, that's big. That's a big deal. And now the good thing is this: you've got people who oh boy, this is powerful. They said there are people that's involved, and they don't know who they are to you. It's like they need to be defined. They actually are blocks. They're behaving as so it's like they're too familiar. They're too close or too involved, and we have to get them out of that space. That's what this is. This is more. It feels like more like like okay, we can be approached. We can kind of wait, like kind of like they say, sitting ducks, or we can fly overhead. We can just as duck, we can fine. We'll go to them, and we're saying, hey, I'm identifying you. I recognize you, but you belong here. You don't belong here. Like you get, they said, oh, that's you're a little, maybe might find that oh, you're kind of taking a step back from things without saying it. They're reading your lines. They're reading in between the conversation. We're not no longer like when they ask, so how is everything going on behind you where they're never at, and you're saying, um, and you change the subject abruptly to avoid the answer. So right, so something to that effect in real time, like wow, would I pull that off without being so blunt? And that's not my personality. It just says that yeah, it's like they can come in. They don't know your life, but they come in as little like it's like they're showing me the blade, like the okay, they're showing me the knives. Hold on, they want a traditional reading on this as well. It's something you have. I saw the Ace of Swords, which means a new idea, new intelligence on something, newfound message and information. And I think you're going to approach it and challenge it, but it's going to open up this new frame of thought. And also, it's dealing with the powers of the mind. So it's like mentally getting over these things as well. Okay, so here they are. This is over the next 3 days. So this is this week. Oh, here's the gentleman. There's a person involved who represents as the swords and is causing problems. Selfish. They said he's selfish about when it comes to you. He wants something of you and doesn't want to know much of you. Like he asked you a question. So how was the trip? How was it? Then you say, oh, he asked about the trip. He must really want to hear about it. You start on it, and he's just interrupting, won't let you talk. Selfish. They said you're going to close in on him. Hmm. That's a good thing though, because then I saw that you passed the test, and like that it doesn't really have that much over you, power over you, or doesn't have much influence. I should say, it doesn't have that much influence, not at all. And it's just enough to maybe be upsetting. It can be upsetting as much. This week, what you want to do, how you want to go about it, over the focus in this time frame is that you want to be in a space where your mind has been made up. Like you need to have made up your mind. I think that means you'll make up your mind now, and then you'll proceed and go forward into life, and then you will intend to approach them right over the next day or so, and then you'll wrap up this week by having had that conversation that's going to help the consciousness to open the mind. Mm. Right. You got to throw them out. The wishy washy, throw it out because they're causing you to not know to be precise. You need to be precision. You need precision in your life, and they're not allowing it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, it's as generic as you make it, you know. So, right. Well, I don't need information. This is more required. This is very unique and very detailed about what you need to do to correct it. Is what they're suggesting, and you have the ability to do it now. You have the cards in your hands. It's absolutely up to you. You know where the block is coming from. You know exactly whom. You know what they represent. So now you're given the ability to do something about it. It's up to you if you decide. Hmm. Okay. Sure. Well, I just read to make sure that everybody moves on. You've got to move on from this reading. So I want to make sure you go, but I want to make sure you go in strength. That's what I'm here for. And your minutes do carry over. So yeah, the minutes carry over. Okay. You should hang up because I'm here to do readings. Okay. Goodbye. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. I have to clear out these vibes, people. Boy. Okay. That's the only thing. As I'm as I'm expanding, people keep trying to want to give me like their numbers and their email, and I'm keep saying no, I don't need that. People keep trying to do that. I'm like no, I don't want that. Oh boy, I I just don't trust. Well, I don't trust America, but I don't trust Europe because I know that Europe definitely. When I think of Europe, I think of the occult. They even said it. They're saying that Christianity is diminishing and they're going back to their pagan ways. That's cool, but then they meet me. Of course, I'm American all my life, and I don't want to be followed around. I don't want to. I don't. Occults, they don't rule my head. So you know, they And they really get weird when I show off my mediumship ability. So I did a crazy thing. Let me show you. I did a really crazy thing. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Transcendental. Transcendental, they don't have it. They can't. There's no way. Mediumship, jealous of that. They get weird when I do mediumship work. And I just created this. And I said, finding the light in the bleak. I get to now introduce it my way. I'm at the place where I feel comfortable. So what I'm doing is, yeah, it's finding light in the bleak. Yeah, they want to go. They want me to go bleak. They want to be bleak, and depressing and dull, and and racy, and and it's not. It's not even a mind. It's not. So it's not. It's like clothes on, drenched in water. You have jeans and sweater, and also, right. So also, shameless shell, like shameless shell, no soul, nothing there. No arousal. So, and so it's like you tell someone, it's like go be gay or something. But you know, but you get sprinkles of male in there as well. Which is like that'd be more like bisexual there. So that's so mean. I know. Oh my gosh. I'm being judgy. But anyways, I can never fall for the occult, obviously, especially when they're like that's their recruits. Ah, send a vampire. I don't know what I don't know what creature ye are, but send a vampire. Like vampire more convincing. I met vampires more soul than these recruits, occult recruits. Anyways, I better not. If y'all, please stop me. Please intervene. If you saw me on my way, that is not good. That may mean that I might be hypnotized. Like y'all need to like shake me or something. Like wake me up. Don't let me go into the occult because that doesn't end well for me. I've already known since I was wee little, and I've had my little run-ins from time to time. Yeah, they going for the jugular. They want the heart. They want the pineal gland, and I still have all my intact, and I have high vibrational soul, and they did try to, as they say, they tried to suck out your soul on the 6th. Yeah, they tried that already, and it didn't end well. And I survived, and I so so now because I actually went through that. There's no forgiveness. You know, like what I mean? Like they say, you mean not the Christian forgiveness. I mean, when I say no forgiveness, I would never give them another chance. So no, there's no forgiveness. You haven't forgot. You haven't forgiven all the way because you won't let me in your life. Exactly. I have not forgiven. I will never forgive because I will always. I'm always. There's a reminder. It's like when I think back and I said, "You really tried that." Some nerve of you. No, I think I'm gonna leave that door shut. You haven't forgiven me. I haven't forgiven and I haven't forgotten. The one who forgives, we know his name. Or I would say, okay, ask him for forgiveness and then come talk to me. But what I know about human nature, you can't take them back because that doesn't change. because I already checked it out. He was like, I found it, and they come in, and then but they have traces of and like remnants still flowing through them. You can't let them in. If there's somebody who proves the door needs to shut, that door stays shut. I know that you can't receive, but I don't see you, and you're not talking to me, so you don't have to say. I don't know what you talk about. You know, definitely the door shuts on you. You can't. I could say the same thing to people, you know, very educated people, you know, who have status, and they would get it. So I know who I can talk to about this. Clearly, the smart people of the room gets it. That means other people who don't get it are not so smart, and they're foolish. They're fools, like my tarot card says. Okay, they say I found two things that's wrong with all your statements. One, what? Well, and then there's two. One, you're judgmental, okay? And secondly, do you know you're not supposed to say fool? What, fool? I am not dazzled and I'm not impressed. I'm the one that does the impressing with my readings. I read minds. You don't have to tell me anything. But just don't confuse my readings with a one night flame. But my readings in I, we sing. Our words soothe. Our words nurture. And we heal we heal the broken wing. I wasn't, ooh, I overshot it a little bit. Okay. I need this there. I wonder what. I just broke somebody's hold spell. I break holds. By the way, I do have an like they say. Well, okay, you have defenses. Clearly, you have wisdom. Do you have any action powers? Yes, like I would call active. Yes, I what they call it. What I call it. I call it something breaker. It allows me to break, you know, things. So covenant breaker. Yeah, I wield the covenant breaker. That and um, I walk into strongholds. The black book. I have access to the black book, and yeah, they get mad. They're like, "How are you able to do that?" Also, yeah, don't those of you, yeah, don't try sigils on me. Like I flow right through the sigil. Like I'm what the sigils emanate from. So don't like if you sigil me, oh boy, it's over for you because I would just go right through it and everything within contained, everything would go out. It's a waste of time. Don't waste your ink. Hmm. Anyway, also I took the prophecies. So I took the Bible and as a psychic, prophetic prophecies. So I'm trying to say what's up. I'm trying my best. I mean, I've got. In fact, I want to make it. I want to make it my shield. I have a. Yeah, I created a sigil. It's a triangle with a circle, and it has the mother letters um, counterclockwise or clockwise to you, and um, I can put that on a shield, and yeah, it would look fantastic. I just haven't done it yet. I I think I'll have to like um, let me see. I have I have it on a thumbnail, but I don't know. I gotta think about it because it takes time to create. I know how to do it, but when I do it expert. But I do it very rarely because of the time it takes. Like I have a lot of different methods for finding answers or getting the answers I seek. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna end this one and start another one. I got very high. Uh, yeah, lots and lots of minutes. So I wanna